reaction to the big stories of the day stateside from the Queen of US showbiz, royal and political reporting, Kinsey Schofield. Hi, Kinsey.
Hi, Mark. Thank you for creeping me out with that video of Joe Biden.
Yeah, I mean, what is your reaction? Is that story getting publicity in America?
Not really. I think you're right. It's become acceptable behavior here. I mean, if they're going to bury, if nobody's going to acknowledge the fact that it's weird that we can't find who brought cocaine into the White House, then this is really not a major concern of theirs. But my reaction is Kennedy 2024. I am all for RFK Jr.
He's a very, very wise and clever man. He's very moral. He wants to tackle the pharmaceutical industry. He wants to get rid of polluters, and he will revitalize the American economy. I love the fact that I don't have to be in any way balanced about US politics. I'm with you all the way, Kinsey. If you don't know much about Robert F. Kennedy Jr., let me tell you that his uncle was JFK, and his interview on the Joe Rogan podcast is well worth a listen. Now, Kinsey, can we talk about Prince Harry, who I believe has received some good news this week?
I know, surprise, surprise. YouGov claims 48% of individuals polled liked Prince Harry 24%, and they only disliked him about 24. They liked him 48%, disliked him 24%. This is different to Prince William, who they liked 43% and disliked 21%. I'd like to know if they were polled outside of a cannabis shop or an unemployment line, because I'm confused by these results. You know, obviously accusations like Prince William breaking Harry's delicate necklace and dog bowl has really affected the Wales brand in the States. But what's really interesting is over the last 24 hours, In Touch has reported, that's a publication here, that Prince Harry has run out of options and has contacted Prince William for a truce, allegedly, and that Meghan Markle, who we saw yesterday at the farmers market in Montecito without Prince Harry, is allegedly livid by the fact that Prince Harry would contact Prince William and look for a truce. So it appears to me like, yes, Harry might be more popular according to this poll, but does that expand his opportunities professionally? I just don't think so at this point in time, especially if that report is correct, that he's looking for some help back home.
Princess Kate, the Princess of Wales, shone at Wimbledon today. Fantastic scenes. And this woman now, doesn't she, Kinsey, has the star power to attend an event on her own and be the big draw.
Absolutely right. And she glows. She just beams. She's our sporty princess, and it's so fun to see. I actually had a girlfriend that was working on the production side today at Wimbledon, and she told the camera operators, stay on Ange Jabbar, because I really feel like the Princess of Wales is going to approach her and comfort her. Camera guys stayed on Ange Jabbar, who was, you know, defeated, feeling a little devastated, and they got that brilliant moment where the Princess of Wales puts her arms around her, is kind and comforting to her. I think the fact that a royal watcher knows what's coming up, knows that this princess is incredibly compassionate, kind, endearing. You know, I think that that's really interesting that she knew that that moment was possible, and they caught that brilliant moment so up close. But it says a lot about Catherine. She's, you know, a superstar in her own right, but it's hard to be a wonderful mom and look like a supermodel at the same time.
Now, why is Queen Camilla getting a pay cut?
I don't think this is that big of a deal. She's not going to receive the annual sum. It was £359 from the UK government that Prince Philip had received up until the time of his death. She's actually going to be funded professionally by the sovereign grant. You know, the grant is the amount of funding that is used to cover expenses for a royal's official business. And I think that this is likely just a move to give us an example of the king looking to modernize the monarchy. I think a lot of people will be okay with this.
Meanwhile, Hollywood actors are going on strike. Will anyone miss them?
No, this is the craziest thing, Mark, because I kind of initially was thinking, oh my goodness, these guys make way too much money. They make bukus of money while we were all sitting unable to work during the plague. But what they're fighting for is really legitimate. One of the things that the studios wanted to do was pay an extra, which is that they don't make a lot of money, but pay an extra for 1 day of work. They wanted to clone that extra digitally for eternity. So you'd show up for 1 day of work, get your 1 day's work of pay, and then you could turn on a movie and see yourself in the background 10 years later, 5 years later. So those are the kind of things that I see the SAG fighting for, that I absolutely agree with. Nobody should. I don't do that to James Dean. Don't do that to Elvis. It's unfair to them. It's unfair to their legacy. We're not sure the content could match the brilliant performances that some of these people gave us. I don't want to see AI take over and ruin the creativity of. I mean, look, you're a brilliant writer and comedian. I would hate for somebody to take your presence and duplicate it and not do you justice.
The last thing the world needs is two Mark Dolans, but if I could clone you, I would do so in a second. Kinsey, brilliant stuff. Don't forget to check out Kinsey's brilliant podcast, which is called To Die For Daily, which is a treasury of royal news, plus her website, todiefordaily.com. Kinsey, see you in a week's time. Fantastic stuff.